and Cal BRE 01869452 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message. As your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. It is a beautiful day on Ron Siegel Radio, so the question that inquiring minds want to know, everybody wants to know who listens to Ron Siegel Radio, is what are we celebrating today? National Bunt Pan Day, National Philanthropy Day, Spicy Hermit Cookie Day, Raisin Bran cereal. I don't know about that one. We might have a little bit of a problem on that one. A little Raisin Bran cereal day. I guess if you're going to be celebrating, you might as well celebrate Raisin Bran cereal as well as anything else that comes your way. Spicy Hermit Cookie Day. What is a hermit cookie? Old-fashioned cookie spiced with cinnamon, cloves, allspice, sometimes nutmeg, and filled with raisins, nuts, and dates. That actually sounds pretty good. I could go for one of those right now, but it might get me in a little bit of trouble. We got a radio program to do today, so we will get on with it. Taking a look at the markets, what are they doing today? Well, the U.S. 10-year Treasury is down a little bit. Down 4 basis points, 4/100ths of a point. That should be good for the mortgage rates. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 30.20 points. Oil up $1.94 per barrel. What's that doing for our gas prices? Well, the national average, $2.16.7. According to AAA right here in the state of confusion, $2.75.8. That's where the gas prices are as we speak. Amazing, just looking at what's going on in the markets. Also, we should mention retail sales up 0.8% from September, above the consensus of up 0.6%. That's a good number. Glad to see that number happening. That's telling us, when we remember that's 70%. The consumer is 70% of our GDP. When that number goes up, that's a good sign for GDP. Glad to see that one. Empire State Index came in a little stronger than expected. Import prices close to expectations. So some good news happening in the markets there with these different issues going on around the world. Maybe they were talking about the Trump bounce. We'll see what happens. Is it still the Trump bounce? Are we still seeing the markets doing well in a lot of areas with anticipation? That's the topic that many people will be looking to, is anticipation of success from our president-elect. And other than a few people, Harry Reid, you unbelievable individual, not in a good way, an unbelievable individual, but other than a few people, a lot of people wishing well and wishing success on the new administration, on the new president or the president-elect. Remember, if he does well, this country does well. So why would people be wishing ill of him before he even gets started? But that's just the way our politics has gotten to be. When you look at where the country is heading, what we're looking at on a regular basis, it's just amazing how nobody wants anybody to succeed. I remember when President Obama was elected and reelected, we said right here, you can go back and listen to the tapes from Ron Siegel Radio, but our commentary was always the same. Did not agree with his politics, but wished him success because that meant success for the country. Now, does that mean you have to blindly follow? No. It means follow and observe and make sure, maybe see what's going on, see if these things that he's saying if a new president makes sense. You agree and move forward with the objects or the items that make sense. You back off and you abstain or try and counterbalance or enhance the areas where you're not as agreeable, amenable as others are. Just the way it should be happening in our society. But you get lowlifes, and I'm going to use that term lowlifes, like Harry Reid. Maybe I shouldn't say that he's a lowlife. Maybe he's just a senile old man. But the items that he comes up with and then hides behind is just amazing to me. Hiding in the fact that he's above reproach when he speaks from the Senate floor. Now you have this senile old man who is unbelievably detrimental to our society. And goes out, now his latest attack. Now he already told us that he lied about Mitch Romney. Told us point blank that he lied to the American people about Mitt Romney. And when he was asked about that, his simple response was, well, we won, didn't we? So basically what he's saying is, as long as you win, lying or lying by a politician, a United States senator, the leader of the Senate at one point, lying to the American people, he's out there saying, yeah, that's okay, not a problem, we can do that. Really? Is that what we really want to teach our young people, is that lying is acceptable as long as you win. Anything to win. Remember the old days, and I understand that Nancy Pelosi follows along these lines a lot, because she's in the same Bay Area as the Oakland Raiders. The issue here is, believe it or not, winning is great. No one is against winning, but do it honestly. The idea of winning through dishonesty, through lying, flat out lying, I would say that's not a great item. That's not something to be proud of. Although when you are the misleader of the Senate, I guess you get away with that kind of thing because you can do it on the Senate floor and nobody can come after you. Nobody can say a word to you because you're protected as a United States Senator on the floor of the United States Senate. Unbelievable. So the latest lie that we are getting from Harry Reid is talking about the character of Steve Bannon. He's now he's being named one of the chief strategists in the Trump administration. Now think about this. Mr. Bannon, because he was an editor of Breitbart, who's obviously very, very right-wing, but they didn't say a word about him when he was serving in the United States Marines, I believe it was, for 11 years. Didn't talk about that. That's not a problem. They don't want to give him credit for that. When he was at Goldman Sachs, they don't want to talk about his successes at Goldman Sachs. They want to talk about people that follow his writings, people that are subscribers to what he has, his paper. Just because somebody subscribes to you doesn't mean that you are what they are. That is nothing there. Now, from the reports of people that I've heard from who know Mr. Bannon, I couldn't say one way or another about his character. You can only report that which those who really do know him. Now, I don't know if even the misleader of the Senate, I wouldn't believe him anyway, if Harry Reid knows Mr. Bannon at all. But based on the fact that we know that Harry Reid is a liar, and he's not disputing the fact that he's a liar, The issue then comes up saying, okay, maybe we should do a little bit of background on Mr. Bannon to see if there's anything that Harry Reid, the liar Harry Reid, says is actually got merit. You just have to wonder about these things. Apparently, we need to understand that when somebody lies like Harry Reid does, then you have to understand that, how can you trust anything at all that the man has to say? Just a bit of a personal observation there. Moving on to observations, how about listening to some of the mayors around the country? This is another one of those very interesting subjects of what the mayors of the country are saying. Think about this one, Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Now, Rahm Emanuel is the mayor of the city of Chicago. So I'll start there. The city that has the most killings of any city in America. I believe that's an accurate statistic still. More people getting killed on a regular basis, murdered on a regular basis in Chicago than any other city in the country. And Mr. Emanuel comes out yesterday promising to defy President-elect Donald Trump's deportation orders and vowed that the city will always be a so-called sanctuary city. That if you are illegal, if you are a felon, you can go to Chicago. That's not a problem with the mayor of Chicago. I hope, just my personal opinion, that Donald Trump will follow through and defund cities like Chicago, like Los Angeles, like New York, and others who have said, San Francisco, that they want to be a sanctuary city. They want to allow illegal immigrants, multiple repeat felons in their cities. If Mr. Trump wants to be the president of all the people, then he has to follow through on protecting everybody, not just those people that voted for him in the center parts of the country. You got to look into the New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, Washington areas where different parts of the groups, different organizations, these people deserve to be safe as well. Why should a Kate Steinle be subjected to be murdered by somebody like this, who the mayor of San Francisco, the mayor of Chicago are coming out and saying that they support sanctuary city status? Just amazing how this continues to happen, and these people think that they are above the law. Just imagine what would happen if a conservative came out and said, we're not going to follow the law. We're not going to abide by Obamacare. We're not going to send any money to Planned Parenthood without doing this through the legal channels. What would happen then? But the news coverage says, well, they hail some of these people as being great individuals because of what they're doing there. Just amazing to me. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, a lack of listings remains a huge challenge in the market. 7 home maintenance tasks all homeowners should master. Retirement planning lingo. We're going to talk about that as well. Remember, you can reach us anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And don't forget, if you miss any part of our broadcast, the replays are available. Ron Siegel 1, Ron Siegel the numeral 1 on YouTube, and mbelinks.com/iTunes. You can subscribe right there so you never ever miss an episode of Ron Siegel Radio. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
What if your family business could help clothe a less fortunate family? Or your restaurant could feed truly hungry people? What if you could help to comfort the lonely? Plant sustainable resources where nothing has ever grown before? Or make a child's lifelong wish come true? What What if all you had to do was simply do nothing more than what your business already does every day? Would you do it? Introducing Processing for a Cause, a unique program that turns a percentage of your business's credit card volume into ongoing donation dollars for nonprofit organizations and foundations. Simply switch your credit card processing provider to Processing for a Cause and begin supporting a worthy cause today. The process is simple, and the cause will change lives forever. Processing for a Cause.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message. And as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area-trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text PAIR, PEAR to 79564, PEAR, Professional Equity Analysis Review to 79564. One of the real estate professionals will reach out to you, have a brief conversation with you, and get you the true equity position of your real estate. Again, text PAIR, PEAR, to 79564. A lack of listings remains a huge challenge in the real estate market. The housing crisis is finally in the rearview mirror as the real estate market moves down the road to a complete recovery. Home values are up, home sales are up, distressed sales, foreclosures and short sales are at the lowest mark in over 8 years. This has been and will continue to be a great year for real estate. However, there is one thing that may cause the industry to tap the brakes: a lack of housing inventory, meaning homes for sale. According to the National Association of Realtors, buyer traffic and demand continues to be the strongest it has been in years. The supply of homes for sale has not kept up with this demand and has driven prices up in many areas as buyers compete for their dream home. Traditionally, the winter months create a natural slowdown in the market. Jonathan Smoke, chief economist at Realtor.com, points to low interest rates as one of the many reasons why buyers are still out in force looking for a home of their own. And I'll quote Mr. Smoke right here. Overall, the fundamental trends we have been seeing all year remain solidly in place as we enter the traditionally slower sales season, and pent-up demand remains substantial as buyers seek to get a home under contract while rates remain low, unquote. The National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun chimed in as well, and he points out that the inventory shortage we are currently experiencing isn't a new challenge by any means. His quote, "Inventory has been extremely tight all year and is likely to improve now that the seasonal decline in listings is about to kick in. Unfortunately, there won't be much relief from new home construction, which continues to be grossly inadequate in relation to demand. The bottom line, healthy labor markets and job growth have created more and more buyers who are not just ready and willing to buy, but are also able to buy. If you're debating whether or not to put your home on the market this year, now is the time to take advantage of the demand in the market and give us a call, 800-306-1990. We'd be happy to introduce you to a great real estate professional in your area. We'll put you in touch with our friends at Gold Star Mortgage so that they can help you in getting that taken care of as well. You want to understand, and we're going to talk a lot about this tomorrow with Melinda Johnson, about being prepared to purchase. We're in the last part of the year right now, obviously. And this is when entrepreneurs, business people need to really be looking at their portfolios, at their income, and saying, are we ready? Are we positioned to buy real estate when that opportunity exists? And you can do that through, it's part of it has to be done through your taxes. You got to show income on your taxes in order to be able to qualify for new loans. If you don't show the income, then you're going to have a problem. So we're going to talk about that a lot tomorrow with Melinda Johnson, and we're going to get some great information, great guidance, great counsel on that subject alone. And I'll share with you a little sneak peek is that we see business people frequently. They look at it and say, I make good money. I have no problem making the payment. You can see, you can kind of watch what they're doing and you understand that. But unfortunately, common sense is not part of the equation when we're chatting about what's going on in an individual's abilities with their income, with their businesses. Just a thought right there you should be aware of. That really is going on. So what is going on in the markets, though? We're looking at a lot of different areas that the markets are moving right now. We're looking at airlines, a strong change in the airline world right now. Warren Buffett came out and he's buying a lot of different airlines. Looking at right now is the time if you're looking for your guidance on holiday plans. Take a look. You should be looking right now at that to get an idea of where do you want to go? What are you planning on doing? Are you able to get some great reservations, great airfares right now? Just a thought that's out there. And Tuesdays is the big day. Tuesday, you have to remember, a lot of people make their reservations over the weekends. And Tuesday becomes a super day for you to take a look and see, can you make a change in your airline planning? Because those people that made their reservations over the weekend and they put a 24-hour hold on them, they expired, I think, at midnight last night. If that's the case, maybe you can take advantage because the airlines now have that open availability on Tuesdays. Just a thought out there for you. I saw this article. I thought I would share this with you. It's some ways to find free money. And there are quite a few ways out there to find free money. So we thought I would just share a few of those. There are websites that will show when money gets sent back to the government. See, if a company, if a bank or a stock brokerage has money available, has money that you haven't claimed in a 7-year period, they've got to send that money back to the government to hold for you. Missingmoney.com or unclaimed.org, two different ways to find money that has been sent to the government for you. You may be looking right now, again, talking to your tax people. Right now might be a great time for you to adjust your withholding. Do a little preliminary tax evaluation. And do you need to change your withholding a little bit? Maybe you've been withholding more than you need to throughout the year. And now might be a time that you can adjust your withholding to get a little bit of extra cash. Increase your 401k contributions to have a secure retirement. You might want to save a little extra money in the 401k if that's how you're working. Make sure you're only going up to the company match on that. Talk to Al Manfrey about some better opportunities within the 401k area. In 2015, the IRS reported that nearly $1 billion in refunds were waiting to be claimed by people who had not filed 2011 returns. If you're one of those people, the average unclaimed check is $698. 3 ways to file past returns and claim your refund. You have until April 15th to do that for before the timing runs out. So there's just a thought for you. Reshop your car insurance. Take a look at that. You know, a lot of people are winding down at this time of year. You're not working as hard, not putting in as much overtime unless you're in retail sales. Spend a little bit of time taking a look at your budget. Just a thought for you. We're going to talk more about these when we come back. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. We will also chat about some home maintenance tasks all homeowners should master, retirement planning lingo, 401ks, pensions, and other terms to know. All of that is on our docket today. You can reach us anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
In the middle of a street, a house.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Do you own real estate or have assets over $150,000? Do you know one of your heirs will be the probate courts and the IRS? If you don't have a living trust, you will go through probate. Call Heritage Financial Services toll free at 1-855-434-7400 for a free review. Check us out on Facebook, Heritage Financial Service in Lake Forest, California. That's 1-855-434-7400. Again, 1-855.
Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel lending team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel lending team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel lending team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Are you ready to overcome your biggest blocks with money and time? Your solution? Big Profits Now World Summit. The best skills and strategies to double and triple your business profits without doubling or tripling the work. This summit has gathered 24 experts specializing in business growth. It's a free online event that's happening now. Go immediately to claim your free ticket at BigProfitsNowLive.com. Enter your name and email and receive these free video interviews directly to your inbox. Again, that's BigProfitsNowLive.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel lending team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel lending team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037 and DRE number 018694452.
37% of American homeowners believe they have over 20% equity in their homes. Fannie Mae tells us 69% of American homeowners have over 20% equity in their homes. Fully 1 in 3 American homeowners are not informed about the amount of equity they have in their homes. Are you one of them? How might this be holding you back from achieving your goals? Text RSR CMA to 79564 to get a property valuation from one of the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Again, to know how much your home is really worth, simply text RSR CMA to 79564.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message. As your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. They all are. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has the solutions for you. Today's subject, home maintenance. Just some tips that all homeowners should really know. This comes to us from I got this article from my friend Bruce Cathcart out in La Quinta area. He's got some good information in here. Let me see if I can find all the great data that Bruce was sharing here. The bottom line on this is you can save some money. Preventative maintenance, the idea behind preventative maintenance is to save you money. If you can get out there and save some money, it helps we were talking about that in the last segment, areas to help your cash flow. Clean the garbage disposal in your sink. It's widely agreed upon that the best way to keep your garbage disposal blades clean and sharp is to run vinegar ice cubes through it. Easy task can eliminate odors as well as maintain your garbage disposal unit. Vinegar ice cubes. Very interesting. Check fire safety equipment. Test the batteries in your smoke detector. Those of you that are Anaheim residents, make sure you just give a call, especially seniors. Call and speak to the fire department. They have individuals who will come out and help you check your smoke detector to make sure that it is working properly. They'll do a home safety checkup for you. So they'll look at the smoke detector. If you need a new battery or if you're missing a detector, don't have enough detectors, they've actually got some that they can give you for free. Inspect and replace your air conditioning and furnace filters. Those play a vital role in keeping your home comfortable all year long. Keeping the filters clean and free of pet hair, dust, and debris can go a long way toward prolonging the life of your air conditioning unit or furnace. And it's also a simple task can mean the difference between a quick fix and a costly repair down the road. Vacuum the dust-collecting parts of your major appliances. Vacuuming your dryer's exhaust duct each year can prolong the life of your dryer. Same for the coils under your refrigerator. Trapped dust can result in trapped heat, leading to energy inefficiency and decreased life expectancy. Test your garage door sensors. If you have a garage door, it is important to make sure the auto reverse feature is working correctly. This feature can keep your garage door from being damaged or damaging any of your personal property, family members, or pets. Clean the gutters around your homes. If your home has gutters, it's important to keep them clean and free of debris, especially during, if we ever get a rainy season. Standing water can create all kinds of problems, the mosquitoes, all that issues. Keep up with landscaping in addition to improving your home's curb appeal. Clearing away dead plants or shrubs on a regular basis can help you notice any issues early on. That is the Your Credit Matters segment. Again, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You've got a credit report. It is wrong. Credit Sanitizer can help you resolve that issue. It's a big one, so make sure that you're checking into that one on a regular basis. Credit Sanitizer. I think it's $87 a month. Very, very minimal fee for getting a lot of benefits that you should know about. So we were chatting before the break, some ways to get free unclaimed money in 2016 or 2017. Reshop. Here's an issue that a lot of people skip out on. They just forget this one. They omit this one. You've got a bunch of different regular bills, ongoing bills, and companies will have regular rate increases just because so many people are ignorant or just kind of lazy, careless with these different bills. So, car insurance. When was the last time you shopped around for new car insurance? You've certainly got older since the last time you bought car insurance. And I don't know whether you bought it a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. There are different companies that are searching for different clientele bases. So some people find that AAA is a great insurance company. For other people, AAA is horrible. They're not that it's a bad company, that it's just a market that they don't really want, so their prices are extremely high. There's a difference there. It's just because it's a market one way they want it, so they price it aggressively. One they're not that interested in, so they don't price it aggressively. If you're not checking, you have no way of knowing. So think about that concept. The next one that you should just think about is your utilities. Now, you can't do anything with your electric and your gas, but cable, your cell phone service, all of those companies, if you have DirecTV, those type services, you can make a phone call to those companies and simply ask a very, very easy question. Do I have the best product or the best program for the usage that I've got right now? And then just let them do their job. Let them suggest. Let them try to sell you on what you have and what you should be doing with that. A former pension plan. You might take a look and see if there's unclaimed benefits from a former pension plan. You might be needing to make changes there. Do you have an old bank account that you left money in and didn't think about that? That goes back to the very first item that we had there, missingmoney.com or unclaimed.org. Both of those services are places where you can see if maybe there was unclaimed money from a bank that didn't get on there. Savings bonds. Do you have some old savings bonds that relatives gave you? You just put them away, maybe when the kids were born? Those things might be just sitting around and waiting for you. Might be a good benefit for you there as well. Correct mistakes on your credit report. That's where one place to find a lot of savings, because once your credit report is corrected, and we talk to you about all the time about going to see our friends over at creditsanitizer.com. I don't own the company. I just know it's a great service. But when your credit report is corrected, you may find that you can go back and even check on your auto loan and see if you can renegotiate your auto loan to get a better price on that interest. Keep making the same payment even if you get a lower interest rate, and just get it paid off that much quicker. So there's just a few different items or ways of saving some money or getting some money without having to do any extra work for it. Ways to find free money and savings that belong to you. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, retirement planning lingo. You're going to want to know this because we've talked to you a little bit there on the calendar now. The Ron Siegel Radio Senior Symposiums starting the third week of January. Senior Symposiums. There'll be great information for all of our seniors out there. We'll be sharing. We've got some trust people coming in. We've got hearing aid folks. We've got some people that can help you with telephone equipment, reverse mortgages, forward mortgages, real estate. We've got some people coming from the Alzheimer's organization, all to give you some great information to help our seniors. You can reach us anytime, our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter, at Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1, Ron Siegel the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Isn't it time you found out the truth about FHA-insured home equity conversion? No, it's not your grandfather's reverse mortgage. This just may be the finest financial planning strategy available for all homeowners of retirement age. Helping protect what you've earned is the job of your board of directors with continued education. Major research has shown that using a HECM will significantly enhance the success rate of a retiree's portfolio and legacy. Please allow us to educate. For your complimentary consultation, call Jay Kaplan at 949-300-3855. That's 949-300-3855.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRENMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 01869452 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Word on Wealth segment today being brought to you by Heritage Financial Services. When you are ready for that reverse, easy for me to say, when you're ready to get that trust done, and if you own real estate in Southern California or any place in the country, a trust is very, very beneficial for your heirs in the case something happens to you. Heritage Financial makes one of the best trusts I've ever seen. They do it at the lowest price I've ever seen. And on top of that, if you go to the gift bag, RSR gift bag, text RSR gift bag to 79564, you will get a $300 coupon for a $300 discount on a trust from our friends over at Heritage Financial Services. Retirement planning lingo, 401ks, pension, other terms to know. So as I shared with you before the break, we're going to be doing these workshops, symposiums for our seniors. But if you're not even quite a senior, baby boomers, maybe you need to understand some of these different terms in order to understand what products are available. So we thought we'd share a number of these different terms for you. The 401k, it's an employer-sponsored retirement savings plan. Contributions made to a 401k plan are tax deferred. Area Agency on Aging. They also go by AAA, a network of local organizations that provide a wide variety of information and programs for seniors. You can learn more about them. There's a website we can share with you, and we'll certainly have that available at the seminars. It's n4a.org, n4a.org. Annuity. It's a contract sold by a life insurance company that provides regular monthly income in return for an initial lump sum deposit. Whereas life insurance provides a benefit after death, annuities provide benefits for a living insured person. And annuities are considered reverse mortgages or insurance. Defined benefit plan, a pension plan that guarantees a set retirement benefit. Traditional employer-paid or company pension plans are included in this category. You don't see too many employer-paid pension plans, especially defined benefit. They're mostly defined contribution. The employer says, we're going to put X amount of dollars in. Whatever it does, it does. The defined benefit says you're going to get X amount at a certain time, and the company has to guarantee or figure out how to make that work. Estate, that's a legal term meaning the combination of all your assets, investments, savings, real estate, and your liabilities, debts and loans at the time of death. Estate planning, planning for the distribution of your assets after death. This includes establishing a will, passing down money, setting up trusts, and minimizing estate taxes. Generation skipping transfer, a trust that allows grandparents to give money to their grandchildren. My grandparents, I guess I did, my grandfather did that. Gift tax exclusion. Current tax allows you to gift up to $12,000 tax-free each year. Again, those numbers change. I think it's actually $14,000. I think our staff might have got this number a little wrong here. But again, it doesn't matter. It's a current tax. The current tax allows you to gift money to other individuals. Now realize this, if you are married, you and your spouse can each give whatever the number is. If it's $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, whatever that number is right now. Multiply it times 2 is how much you can give to an individual at any given time. Now there were some special rules. Again, you got to talk to a tax person on the 529 plans as to what they would allow. That's an educational plan, what they would allow for people to give to a beneficiary. Home equity line of credit, an open-ended loan that is backed by part of the home's value that the borrower owns outright. This type of loan is used much like a credit card. Home equity lines of credit can be effective ways to borrow a large sum of money with relatively low interest rates. Immediate annuity, an annuity where the payments begin immediate after the policy purchase. Immediate annuities are usually considered a good way to ensure retirement income for the rest of your life. IRA, an individual retirement account, a type of savings account that offers tax benefits for setting aside money for retirement. A traditional IRA is tax deferred. A Roth IRA is contributed to with after-tax dollars. Lifetime gift tax exemption. You can give away a certain amount. Again, I'm not going to give you any amounts right here, but you can give away a certain number of dollars, talk to a tax professional, in taxable gifts in order to reduce your estate tax. If you exceed this limit, you'll be taxed significantly on the overage amount. So make sure you're talking to a real good tax professional. A living will, a legal document that defines a person's decision about the use of artificial life support. A do not resuscitate form is a living will. Long-term care insurance, we spoke about that. It was last week with Christopher Bissonnette talked to us about that. Specific type of health insurance designed to cover the cost of nursing homes, skilled nursing, or custodial care. KEO plan, a tax-deferred retirement savings plan designed for self-employed workers. Medicaid, a federally sponsored, state-run public assistance program designed to assist low-income and asset people with their health care costs. Medicare, a federal health insurance program that covers people over the age of 65 and the disabled. And we spoke with George Varela, I think the week before last. He gave us some information about this one. Pension, a retirement plan, usually sponsored by an employer that provides a retired person with secure income for life. A reverse mortgage. Mortgage allows elderly borrowers to access their equity without selling their home. The lender makes payments to the borrower with a reverse mortgage, or you may choose to have no payments. All of those things are part of the process. Savings bonds. Most popular type of security in the world for a reason. Bonds are free from most taxes, increase in value monthly, plus you can receive extra benefits if the bond is redeemed to pay for college expenses. Supplemental security income, a federal Social Security program that provides monthly income to people with little or no income. Uniform Gifts to Minors Act and the Uniform Transfer to Minors Act. You can make gifts to a custodial account set up by parents of a child under 18. A will, a legal document that specifies how you would like your property to be distributed after you pass. It works sometimes hand in hand with the trust. A lot of information right there, so I hope that you've taken that information and you're using it for research is basically the idea right there. You might want to just take some of that information and use that, or reference is, I guess, a better term, not really research, but reference that information so that you can refer back to it, understand it, and realize that you may want to have some of that available when we start talking about our senior symposium starting on I think it's the 21st of January, whatever the third Saturday is in January. Our first senior symposium will be that date, so make sure you've got that blocked on your calendar. I'm going to be providing a lot of great information. It's going to be about 3 hours long. We're going to have at least 6 or 7 different speakers there getting you the information that you need to know. If there is something that you want to know about, I've always found this to be a very simple solution. When you do a symposium like this, the best information for us to deliver is exactly what you want. How do we know exactly what you want? We ask. You tell us. When you tell us, we go out and find the professionals, the experts in that area. We're blessed because we're on radio every day, so we can ask these people this information, get you the information that you want to know, and then just give it right back to you. That's the whole idea of these symposiums. It's not for us. I can call these people and get the information firsthand. I don't need to do these symposiums for you. We're not going to charge you. You get a free breakfast, a free continental breakfast. We'll be there for it. Just go and get you some information. That's what it's all about, and I ask you the same thing I do every single day. Set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Steve, who's engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money, help a lot of people, have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender. Licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up